Coming up on Wolverine Sports Magazine, spring football practice is underway. You'll hear from running back Donovan Edwards. Hockey preps for its third consecutive Big Ten championship game. Women's hoops rolls west to open March Madness. And wrestling competes at Nationals in Kansas City. That and much more is on the way next.
Wolverine Sports Magazine is presented by Meyer.
Welcome to another edition of Wolverine Sports Magazine. We begin on the gridiron. 10 weeks ago, the Wolverines won the national championship in Houston. Monday, they started spring ball at Glick Fieldhouse. We caught up with running back Donovan Edwards, who gave us an update on the program.
Everybody was flying around. It looked like we haven't missed a beat out here. Defense was flying around, offense was flying around, special teams looks great. It's just great to, your nerves just it gets really high, like you're very anxious for spring ball, and we're here, so our challenge is continue to be confident and to excel and win the day and continue to win each and every single day as we're here.
Can you describe what it was like from Houston, CFP championship game, until now, getting ready for this? What did it feel like?
You know what? It's a surreal feeling winning the championship, But then, when you wake up the next day, it's like, this is amazing. This is what we work for, but it's also over, And once it's over, it's like, okay, so what are my next goals? Where are my next ambitions? Because it just feels like you've completed life, but life isn't completed for us. So the thing for us is we just have to continue to find who we are, find our identity this year. Last year's team is in the past, but this year's team is what we have to continue to build and rally around, right? So winning the national championship, the feeling gets surreal, but, coming back. But the next day it's okay, now we have to see who's here, see who the players are, see who our leaders are going to be, who's our coaches, who's our head coach, and to continue to rally around that. And I just feel like we're in a great space right now when it comes to that.
How much does the feeling of winning that championship, how much has it driven you to get ready for this day? Because you know how important spring practice is.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't practice spring ball last year, so I just think that it kind of deteriorated my confidence. I'm not cutting. I was weighing about 220 in spring ball, and then when I come to fall camp, I was having a little bit of problems, in my lower body. I'm not confident. I'm missing some of fall camp because of what's going on, body-wise. So being able to do spring ball just gives the confidence and the boost. It gives a boost in the confidence going forward upon the year.
Different coaches have different styles, different everything. Tell me something about Coach Moore that's already kind of taken you, or something that you like, that you've seen that he's bringing to this position.
You know what? He's very open, and his openness allows people to respect him. It's not like he's a tyrant or he's like, this is what we're going to do. No, he's a very open coach. He asks his players what do you think about this? And the same way with the coaches, it's just the open-mindedness of him just ups his respect. And, he told me today, the way that I've been practicing today, he said, if I keep that up, he said, I'm going to be phenomenal. I'm going to be great. And it's just the confidence that he gives his players, allows them to thrive and, fight for him. And I told him this year, I said, Coach, we're going to do this, and I'm going to have your back. And I know that he has my back.
The guys will begin hitting on Sunday when they go full pads. Hockey now. The Wolverines are playing in their third consecutive Big Ten tournament championship game, and it promises to be an all-timer. Saturday night, 8 o'clock in East Lansing against the top-seeded Spartans.
I think it's super exciting. I think it's great for the Big Ten. I think it's great for college hockey to have a rivalry-type game for a championship. Obviously Mun's going to be sold out. I think tickets are going for a pretty penny. It's been fun to watch that, but our guys are super excited. This is why you come to Michigan, and these are the type of games you want to play in, and we're really looking forward to it.
We've set ourselves up nice. It's been a battle the second half, try to get here, but just once you start playing playoff hockey, anything can happen, and we've just started playing our best hockey at the right time. So we're super excited. It doesn't get better than this, and a chance to go win a ring is all you can ask for. So we're so pumped.
Outsiders looking in could see that we've had some ups and downs this year, and maybe people are counting us out. But I know what we have in this locker room, and I know how hard we've been working. And I mean, we're hitting our stride at the right time right now. So we're really looking forward to this game. We're really looking forward to another Big Ten championship game.
We love playing on the road. It's just a fun, Mun's a fun atmosphere. I love getting screamed at in there. It's fun, but we've done well on the road, I think, so far, and but just playing our game. It's not about them. It's not about being on the road or at home. Just taking our game wherever we need to go, and I think just preparing all week is all we need to focus on to be successful.
At the end of the day, I think they know exactly what we want to do. We know what they want to do, and it's all about execution. And the old line of who wants it more is going to usually have success. I think both teams want it pretty bad. So, the effort's going to be there and to compete. It's just executing and playing a 60-minute discipline game.
Michigan advanced to the title game by knocking out Minnesota in Minneapolis for the third straight year. Keenan Draper put a rebound through the 5-hole 3 minutes into the game Saturday, giving the Maize and Blue a 1-0 lead. The Wolverines controlled play throughout and outshot the Gophers 31-24. Gavin Brindley scored the game winner late in the second period on a two-line pass from Ethan Edwards, 24th of the season for the Big Ten Player of the Year, and that made it 2-0. All-American Jimmy Snuggerud made it interesting when he scored with 91 seconds left, but Michigan's defense stood tall, and the Wolverines celebrate once again on Minnesota's home ice. Coach Kim Barnes-Arico and the women's basketball team are in Los Angeles for their NCAA tournament opener. The Wolverines are the number 9 seed. They'll take on 8-seeded Kansas Saturday at 2 o'clock as part of the Portland Regional.
That was really exciting for us. Obviously, this season we didn't really know where we were going to fall in the tournament, so hearing your name called is awesome. And I think that initial excitement does have to die down a little bit because at the end of the day, we have business we need to take care of.
I feel like the biggest thing for us is that we have a shot, we have nothing to lose, and we're ready to take on our first opponent. It's the last tournament we have, so just being able to come together and give it our all. I feel like there's just a switch that goes off when it comes to these this time.
This is the 12th tournament appearance in program history and the 6th in the last 7 seasons. Should the Wolverines beat the Jayhawks, they would likely take on top seed USC.
I think this week it's important to just treat it as a new season. I think, anything that we did before now is kind of to a certain extent irrelevant, it's March and it's a different type of season, and you have to just come into practice every day with just a new edge, chip on your shoulder, and just know anything can happen in March.
Saturday's game tips at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. You can see it live on ESPN News. Graduate student Stephen Rustich hit a pair of home runs in baseball's series opener against San Diego last Friday, but it wasn't enough as the Toreros won 8-6. 3 runs in the 8th inning, clutch for the visitors from Southern California. Saturday, junior Cole Caruso led Michigan with 3 runs batted in, but those San Diego bats were at it again. USD took game 2 of the series, 16-7. Sunday, a much different result. Colin Priest clubbed a dramatic 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th inning, giving Michigan a 3-2 win in the series finale. It was the freshman's second home run of the year. The Wolverines opened Big Ten play with a 3-game series at Penn State beginning on Friday. Softball won 3 of 4 games last weekend at the Cardinal Classic in Kentucky. Their lone loss came against the host Cards. Louisville pulled away early thanks to 2 homers from Gabby Holloway. But check out Michigan freshman Janisa Conway. She belted 2 homers as well, her 3rd and 4th dingers of the season. So after 27 road games, including stops in California and Florida, the Wolverines finally played their home opener Tuesday against nearby Oakland University. It was a breezy day at Carol Hutchins Stadium, wind gusts blowing over 30 miles an hour. The Wolverines opened the scoring in the second. Conway drills a liner to right center, her 5th round tripper of the season, the California native with a solo shot to make it 1-0. 2 batters later, fellow freshman Ava Costales goes left center, and she absolutely mashed it. The first of her career, 2-0 Michigan after 2. They didn't need a whole lot of offense in this one. Lauren Durkowski gave up 3 hits in a complete game win. Dirk with 7 strikeouts, including dusting the side to close it in the 7th. Michigan over the Grizzlies 2-0. They open Big Ten play this weekend at home against Purdue.
I think every weekend is going to be difficult. We have to expect it to be difficult to enter every game knowing that it's going to be a fight and people are going to throw punches figuratively and we're going to throw them back. And that's what we need to do. We need to scratch and claw for every play we make, for every base we get, for every strikeout we get, and I think that has to be our mentality.
I think consistency is our key on the field, so just being consistent in our at-bats, our pitching, our defense, and just trying to go out there and compete every single pitch and not ever taking a pitch off.
Women's gymnastics will be at the Big Ten Championships this weekend, but they don't have far to travel. It's being hosted by MSU. 5:30 Saturday. You can see it live on BTN as the Wolverines go for their 28th, that's right, their 28th Big Ten crown. 10th-ranked Michigan closed out the regular season March 15th with the loss to number 9 Denver at Chrysler Center. Sierra Brooks won a share of the uneven bars title and led the Maize and Blue in the all-around competition. Reina Gugino posted a 9.95 on the vault to win the event for the 2nd consecutive week, while graduate student Gabby Wilson recorded her 3rd perfect 10 on the floor. The 5th-ranked men's team set a program record of 425.5 Sunday at Cliff Keen Arena against number 6 Penn State. 7 Wolverines hit new career-high scores, led by 2 personal bests from All-American Fred Richard. The sophomore from Massachusetts took the floor exercise, the high bar, and the all-around. The guys are off this week, looking ahead to the Big Ten Championship meet beginning April 5th in Champaign, Illinois. Women's tennis carried a number 2 national ranking into a pair of weekend matches. After beating Ohio State on the road, they took down Penn State Sunday in Ann Arbor. The Wolverines won the doubles point against the Lions and got singles victories from Kari Miller, Gala Mesa-Haritu, and Jaden Brown to win 4-0. This weekend, they traveled to Maryland and Rutgers. The men lost to top-ranked Ohio State on Sunday, but they get a chance to turn it around on their home courts this weekend, Friday against Wisconsin, and then Sunday, a noon start against Nebraska. Get out and take a peek at the 3rd-ranked women's lacrosse team. They improved to 10-0 with the dramatic 6-5 victory over number 15 Penn Saturday in Philly. Jill Smith notched the game winner with less than 20 seconds to play, her 28th of the season. The Wolverines traveled to Marquette Sunday afternoon. The men took on number 2 Notre Dame Saturday in South Bend. Justin Tiernan gave 18th-ranked Michigan an early 2-1 lead. It was 3-3 after the first quarter, but Notre Dame scored the next 7 goals to pull away and win 19-9. Tiernan led Michigan with 4 tallies, his 7th hat trick of the season. He now has an 18-game goal-scoring streak. The Wolverines host number 7 Maryland in their conference opener Saturday at 2:30. You can see it live on Big Ten Network. Track and field, congrats to East Kentwood native Corinne Johnson, who set a program discus record last week. The graduate student's toss of 190 feet 11 inches was the top mark at the South Florida Invitational held in Tampa. Wrestling now, 9 men are ready to compete this weekend at the NCAA Championships in Kansas City. Our Anthony Polidano is with the squad in downtown KC.
The Wolverines have placed in the top 6 from a team standpoint in each of Sean Bormet's 4 seasons in which the NCAA Championships took place. Under his leadership, the Maize and Blue seem poised to continue that trend again this season, coming off of a runner-up finish at the Big Ten Championships 2 weeks ago.
Super proud of the way we competed there. I think a lot of momentum, a lot of takeaways. There were still a lot of, some small areas we wanted to continue to improve on between that tournament and this one. But super confident in these guys, believe in them, and I know they're going to compete hard. That's the key, just a lot of energy and intensity right out of the gate, first round. That's the key.
Of the 4 that made their Big Ten title matches, one of them, Shane Griffith, had to withdraw due to injury, but he is here with the team in Kansas City, and that's good news for the Maize and Blue because they say he's feeling much better, and he comes in as their highest seeded wrestler, number 4 at 174 pounds, as he tries to become a 2-time NCAA champion. Of the Michigan wrestlers here in Kansas City, 6 of them have previously earned All-American status. 2 of them, junior Jaden Bullock and freshman Sergio Lemley, are in the NCAA tournament for the first time.
They have injected themselves right into the team, and for this to be their first NCAA tournament, especially with such an experienced group that we have, it's just outstanding. These guys are fired up, and they're soaking it all in today. We, just getting in the arena, that's really this whole workout. They're just soaking it in and loose, smiling, just what I want to see.
Make sure to stick with our social media platforms and mgoblue.com to follow the Maize and Blue as their season comes to a conclusion this week. With the wrestling program in Kansas City, Missouri, for MGO Blue TV, I'm Anthony Polidano.
We bring it back to hockey to wrap it up. When do you suppose the last time Michigan played Michigan State in a conference tournament championship game? Well, we have the answer for you. 22 years ago, March 17th, 2002. More than 17,000 fans were on hand at Joe Louis Arena in Detroit for the CCHA Championship. Wolverine captain Jed Ortmeyer's third-period goal, his second of the game, proved to be the game winner as Michigan beat the Spartans 3-2. Remember these names? Eric Nystrom and Mike Camilleri? They both earned assists on the winner, and we sure hope history repeats itself Saturday in East Lansing. Two more notes for you. The women's swimming and diving team will compete at the NCAA Championships this weekend in Athens, Georgia, and water polo has 4 home matches, 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. To check out the results, visit our various social media platforms or mgoblue.com. We'll see you next time right here on Wolverine Sports Magazine.